If you're interested in seeing a toxic relationship play out over 2 hours right in front of your eyes, then Malcolm and Marie is the film for you.
You said bullshit and experience is all it takes, right?
Right.
Come on and experience some of my bullshit.
Before I get started today, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite one location movie is. And as always, please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Malcolm and Marie is a movie currently streaming on Netflix and directed by Sam Levinson. The movie stars just two actors, Zendaya and John David Washington. The story follows this filmmaker named Malcolm, and he's just come home from a film premiere with his girlfriend, Marie. Upon arriving at their home, they become engrossed in this argument for a multitude of different reasons. Over the course of just one night, we are taken on this emotional roller coaster where these two very disturbed individuals go from making out to fighting, back to making out again, and then back to fighting again. This is the true representation of a toxic relationship.
I hate you!
I hate you too!
I hate you more! You fucking
I hate you the
suck.
most!
I fucking hate you!
Fucking!
I think a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this movie if you've been in this type of situation before. A situation where you are in love with the person, but you're clearly not right for each other. In fact, it may be a little too real for people who have been in that situation, and maybe they won't be able to enjoy this movie. The bottom line is that when you put two unstable people in a relationship like this is a proper representation of how that turns out. When the fighting is never ending and it's clear they should just walk away, but something compels them to just keep digging at the other person. When you're in these types of arguments, you often say things that you later regret. Or you take your own issues and you project them onto your partner. To me, that's Malcolm and Marie. That sums up this movie perfectly.
That makes sense.
They do draw a parallel between the collaborative effort of filmmaking and the collaborative effort of being in a relationship. And I honestly felt making that comparison was very interesting and not something that I've seen before. Malcolm, of course, is the filmmaker, but he's a very narcissistic character. He can't accept any form of criticism. He even gets upset when people write positive reviews about his movies. If everyone doesn't see things exactly the way that he sees them or the way he intended them to be seen, then he's going to get upset about it.
Fuck you!
And that reflects on how he is in his relationship with Marie, who he is also unable to take criticism from. He also shows a difficult time in showing any kind of appreciation to her, which is her main gripe throughout the course of the movie. She feels like she made major contributions to his film and could have made more, whereas he is under the impression that most of this was through his own hard work. So Marie goes through the course of the film and she feels very unappreciated, especially when she was left out of his speech, but later we find out she was even a major inspiration for the story itself that the movie was based on. Not a good look on Malcolm's part.
Move this man!
Marie has her issues as well. She's a recovering addict. She has confidence issues. She's looking for validation from someone who is incapable of doing so. She may even be a little bit bipolar. One minute she's kissing all over him and the next she's kind of going off the deep end. Again, not placing the blame on her, it's the relationship that's causing this situation to get worse and worse. I thought John David Washington and Zendaya did a great job with their performances. It's not easy to carry a whole film with just two actors, but you really get a sense for who these characters are, and I personally got interested in both of them. Each one of their insulting soliloquies that they go on, you feel every single jab that they're throwing at the other person. I was especially surprised with Zendaya, who I've been rough on thanks to her roles in the Spider-Man movies. But she's really able to showcase her talent when she's given good material to work with. She does a lot in this movie without saying a word. You actually see her demeanor change with no dialogue in the scene whatsoever. And it's all done through her facial expressions. I really enjoyed the noir feel to this movie, mostly due to the black and white presentation. There's also some really interesting camera work going on here, and that's something you might not expect from a movie that's basically one big relationship fight. It's not easy to make a film with that type of subject matter this visually interesting. The camera movement isn't chaotic like you would expect because they're constantly fighting. The camera movement is much more smooth and calm and well orchestrated, and it kind of balances out the chaotic nature of their relationship. I did feel like at times the movie tries to comment on things a little too much, and it makes the dialogue a bit too wordy. It might sound dumb for me to say that, but when you try to incorporate commentary on society or femininity or the politicizing of everything, it does make the movie feel a bit bloated in some areas. I understand they do tie all those things back into the relationship stuff, but I didn't feel like it was all that necessary. There was enough conflict to be had between the characters just based on their history alone and everything that was going on. We really didn't need all that extra stuff. This movie feels like a tragedy at times because they do have these tender moments and it feels like they truly do love each other. They just have so much baggage between them to make anything work. This was one of those movies where I was constantly waiting for something more eventful to happen. I guess we'll just put it that way. Like it felt like it was building to something and then that something never really happens.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
There's a moment in the movie where it feels like it might go to that next level. It feels like things might even get violent, but it never really does, and the scene was just basically used to kind of subvert your expectations and for one of the characters to prove a point. And thinking about it now, I kind of appreciated the fact that they didn't take it to that level. To be clear, this movie is not for everyone. It really reminded me of a boiling pot that's like right at the edge of the pot, but not quite spilling over yet. I enjoyed it from a filmmaking perspective. I thought the only two characters in the movie carried the movie well with just dialogue and emotion. It's definitely not something that I would watch all the time, but I did find some enjoyment in it and I did get interested in the characters. So for that reason, I'm going to give it the pleased Palpatine. Good. So if you've seen Malcolm and Marie, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Nah.